In today's episode, we are going to talk about feedbacks. In particular, feedbacks that comes from delays and reverbs, and how to take those feedbacks in order to create monster out of them or to apply them as a background sounds in our music. So let's have a look. So the first example that we're going to use, it's going to be a simple reverb with a simple sound. So we have a brass sound here. And basically to create an infinite reverb, you will just put the decay to maximum. And you see that, it will be, it's not going to be infinite, it's going to stop at a certain point. But if you want to freeze the tail, you can just freeze. So when you freeze, basically the tail will always constantly stay there. You freeze the sound, basically. So what you want to do in this case, let's just unfreeze in the microwave. So the second thing you want to do is to create an empty audio channel. So let's do this from the beginning. Open an audio channel, and then you will take the audio from the channel 1 ensemble brass, and you put it in monitor in, and you arm the track. Right? One thing you want to do, you just want to mute the channel that is going to record the sound because you don't want to have double sounds, and we're going to record our brass. So let's do here. Freeze. So now we record the sound, and now you can see that basically this pad is being recorded into an audio channel, and we can just stop the freeze and stop the recording. Now we switch on the channel, we solo it because we don't want to hear the other one, and this is our beautiful pad, which is basically is a loop. Basically, you can just loop it, and you can assign it to returns, and you can change the interpolation of the audio. And you can just play with the other returns, to have a sort of background ambient pad that will constantly stay there, basically. And with the transpose, you can just try to find, a melody to your pleasure. So moving on to the next one, we have a echo plugin, and this one is much more effective if you want to record feedbacks. And you should put a limiter at the end, because sometimes the echo plugin, when you put the feedback max, can get quite nasty, and so you need to have a limiter at the end that is basically, stopping the volume to increase, and also for your health of your ear as well, So you can play with the feedback, and you see that you can sort of control and stay, between the 95 100 if you want to stay within the same range. But if you want to increase, that's why we have a limiter, because if we don't have a limiter, it will go crazy. You can just change the setting time. So if you want to record all these things, you're going to do the same. You open an audio channel, you tell the audio to take it from the channel number 3 analog, and arm the track, and always keep this off because you don't want to have too much. And you start recording. And you just basically have a little jam inside. And then when the feedback seems to finished, you can just add a little bit more. Like this, for example, is a quite nice bass. You can remove the reverb. And you just play with the reverb as well, with the equalizer. And then you mute the original channel, you switch on the other one. And let's see what we have here. We have some sort of... And you can assign it to some... You can open some returns. Okay, so next one, it's something you can do with the drums, but also not just with the drums, you can do it with also with sound. But it works pretty well with one-shot samples because you can do this. So now just show you the example. So this is a 4 on the floor, kick and a clap. But as you can see here, so basically what I did, so let me just switch this off and assign it. So I have a simple delay, and with a delay, back when I used to have an Ableton 7, there was something that you could do that was very, very cool, which was, let me just unassign it first, because, okay. So here we have the sound. So the feedback is 95%, and like with the Echo plugin, I switch off the amount of the delay to a millisecond. And it's 95%. If I want to freeze, I can also freeze here. You freeze this part, and again, with the same example, you take the audio from you can record the whole thing, and then stop it. So that's why I had the LFO, because the LFO was basically giving me the random settings of modifying the feedback and also the filter. And you can leave the wet so that you have only the affected sounds without the dry one. But I like to have, you know. So next one we have Particle Reverb. So Particle Reverb, it's a Max4Live device which I downloaded from my Max4Live website, and I'll put the link in the description for this one. And I will create a tutorial dedicated to this one because there is a lot to unpack about this reverb. It's really, really amazing. So just playing a sound just to show you the context. So dry wet, you can also amplify the wet signal. There is an internal equalizer. And then the things about this particle reverb is that it's from, you know, I didn't really read it or explore it so much, but it's a reverb that has a little bit more like a granular synthesis inside, or, you know, some sort of, you know, it's called particle reverb for a reason, I guess. And also it has an internal pitch. So basically when I'm playing one chord and I pitch it to my +12, it has it pitches up the reverb, but also it remains with the normal reverb as well. So you have the normal reverb of the sound plus a pitched up version. And then you can freeze it. And you can record into audio the freezed tail. So you can create this ethereal pad again. And then stop this one, play. And you have here your beautiful pads. So yeah, you can play with delays and reverb and their feedback in order to create something which is very creative and out of the box. And but always be careful to put a limiter always at the end of the chain, because you can destroy either your speaker or your earrings if you play too much with the feedbacks, because, you know, the feedback is always increasing and it can reach a point of you know, really give pain to your ear. So thank you for everything, and see you on the next one.